Hi everybody, my name is Kaitlyn Vann, and for my Newbery Award winner, I went with Kate Camillo, and I read the book Bink and Golly. It was a really cute book, and it was a storybook fiction written, like I said, by Kate DeCamillo, and also co-written with Allison McGee. The illustrations were by Tony Fusil, and it was published by Candlewick Press in 2010. There is 81 pages, and the age range it said was 6+ on there, so it's good for any kid above that age. Within the story, it was a really cute story, and there were 3 different adventures that these best friends went on. So the first one, Golly wanted to go on an adventure and go roller skating. She said she had a need for speed and wanted to go fast. So they went roller skating, and Bink went into the local store, and she found these really loud socks. Like, they were very colorful, and Golly just wasn't impressed with them. She was like, they're very loud. I don't know why you'd want them. But Bink thought that they were awesome, and she loved them. So they ended up getting the socks, and Bink got tired when she was putting the socks on, so she asked Golly if she'd make her pancakes. Well, Golly said, "No, I won't make you pancakes because you're wearing those socks." So they compromised, and Bink took off one sock, and Golly made her pancakes. So I thought that was it showed compromising. The second story, Golly wanted her personal space, and she said she wanted to go on an adventure. So she spun her globe that was in her room, and she landed on the Andes Mountains. So she just was imagining that she was climbing these mountains, and that there was a huge adventure, and it was a snowstorm. Well, Bink wanted to play, and she didn't understand the personal space. So she kept knocking on the door, and just kept knocking on the door. And finally, Golly got irritated and just invited her in and told her just to come on in and just explore the adventure with her instead of interrupting her adventure. So the third story would be that Bink went and she bought a pet fish that she named Fred, and she was absolutely in love with Fred, but she wanted to take him anywhere. So a theme throughout the story is that they always ate pancakes. So she wanted to take her Fred to eat pancakes, and she wanted to take Fred roller skating. Well, whenever they went roller skating, she fell, and Fred, his fish bowl, broke everywhere. Well, Golly came to the rescue and picked him up, put Fred in her shirt pocket, and ran to the local pond and threw him in there. At first, Bink was really upset because that was her pet, and she loved him. But after talking it over with Golly, she realized that the real true companion is Golly, and that's all that she really needs. So they say that they're marvelous companions at this point. I think this book is really good for kids because it shows them that every friendship is normal when they have disagreements, or that they need their personal space, or that there's jealousy involved, because I think Golly was a little jealous of Bink's pet fish, Fred. But it just overall had a lot of good messages to give to our kids. It reminded me a lot of growing up with my best friend Wyatt, who's also my cousin, and we would always be on the farm, and I remember one time we both wanted to be like the main farmer, and we couldn't agree, and we just kept fighting about it, and it's the silliest thing to remember, but I do. And so it just kind of reminded me of these stories about all of our adventures there on the farm. For my activity, I was going to have my students go ahead and make a Venn diagram and put their differences from their best friend, and then put their similarities in the middle, and then kind of brainstorm for about 15 minutes, and then the next 15 minutes do a journal entry of what their best friend means to them, and the importance of their best friend. So overall, the illustrations were really cute, and they told a lot of the story. That's why I considered it a storybook, is because I feel like with just the text it wouldn't have told the full story. And one of the illustrations that really got my attention was at the very end, and it was Fred underneath the frozen ice. It said 6 months later, and it was Fred swimming around in the local pond, and the girls were ice skating on top of it. And I just thought it was really a cute end to like show that they're still marvelous companions. But overall, I would highly recommend this book, and that was my reading log for chapter 3.